If you were 22 years old and you had just graduated or decided you wanted to get serious, what are you following? What are you getting after? What would you tell your kid?
Yeah, I think this has been a mega trend over the last half a century, but agency or autonomy or self-startedness has become more and more important over the last I'm going half century. I'm going back. If you go back just for a second, because it's easy to do extreme, go back to the 1950s. In the 1950s, you were a company man and you worked for IBM and you were rewarded for basically being conformist and you had job safety and it was a different world. And over every decade, I think technology is an amplifier. And the more you are amplified, like the more you are autonomous and can sort of leverage the amplification, the more that you get this magnifying benefit versus computers. And there's internet, and then there's mobile, and then there's cloud, and then there's AI. And, a lot of people just aren't, this is when you're hiring people, they're not naturally curious. They come to a lot of people I know, they go to their job's their job, they go home. They're not constantly reading about the thing and obsessed about it. And they're not likely to get amplified by and not get, and so that you want leverage. And so AI is like today, the most leverage you can get. Very few people are like obsessed with learning how to prompt engineer or listening to podcasts. And there's just so much you can learn. To the point where you don't even need college. You don't even need school. If you just are obsessed with learning, then you can learn. This is what's so wild. The internet has made information free. You can learn so much. You can go listen to Stanford professors teach classes on anything. Everything is available to you. And most people want to be handed to them. They want routine. They want structure. They don't like uncertainty. And so the more you are like going to drive to that extreme, the more the future will be yours. And that people are like, but tell me like exactly what to do. Give me the instructions. And I'm like, that's the opposite of what I'm saying, right?
Right.
You have to be like a self-starter. And that's what, it doesn't really matter what area you're in. You could be science, health, real estate. You just want to be a sponge and you want to put yourself out there.